Hey everyone, how's it going? I am Xeracon and I am back once again. Good news, I have my internet back again, and you know what? This moment taught me something very important, and that's to not take, the simple things in life for granted. Don't take things like electricity, don't take things like running water, don't take things like the internet access for granted, alright? Because, you lose those things and you're going to be in more trouble than you actually would think. So, really just don't take those things for granted in life. Appreciate those things and be thankful that you have them. But now that we've gotten that mushy stuff out of the way, let's talk about things that are common, like grass is green, 1 plus 1 is 2, Kotaku is garbage. So this is a topic that I wanted to talk about last week, but like I said, I didn't have any internet access. Here's an article that they wrote about Metroid Dread, talking about how Samus doesn't need to be an emotionless robot. And this is a very interesting article. So we're going to jump into it. Now, one thing I should quickly say is that this is heavily spoilers. All right, there's a lot of spoilers in here. So if you haven't finished the game, if you haven't even started the game, and you don't want to be spoiled, please stop watching this video right now, because I do not want to spoil this stuff for you. But you know what? If you really want to go right ahead, or if you finish the game, let's get right into it. Also, I'm skipping through the first portion of the article because of the fact that it's pretty much just a recap of the series and what has happened so far. So here are the writers saying that, as with most previous games, the Samus Aran of Metroid Dread is still the same Samus Aran we've known and loved for 35 years. But for the first time in the series' history, it's starting to feel like an actual detriment to the story. What? Why is a character who's the same a problem? Like, what's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. Say you've got a character, say you've got Heroic Carry. Heroic Carry does heroic things, and so you expect Heroic Carry to do heroic things. You don't expect him, and so that's what you do. That's what you like. That's what you know about him. If he did something out of character, you would find that wrong. Like, you would think, why is Heroic Carry doing something wrong here? You would expect him to do something wrong. Him doing something in character is not a problem. But let's look deeper into this. It's during Metroid Dread that Samus meets a member of the Thoha tribe named Quiet Robe. Unlike Raven Beak, this peaceful Chozo assists Samus, shutting down the murderous Emmy robots that serve as the game's most dangerous foes. Just as Samus is about to leave Quiet Robe's chambers, however, the Chozo is gunned down by a robotic assassin under Raven Beak's control, killing off the one connection Samus has to her past. It's a poignant scene considering all she's been through, at least it should be. Her reaction? Staring blankly at Quiet Robe's corpse and moving on with her mission. It's surreal. And frankly, the rest of the meeting between Samus and Quiet Robe was just as disappointing. What was disappointing? That was great. I liked that scene. And the fact that Samus, for the first time got to show off her Chozo, because, you don't ever hear her speak Chozo. Like, you don't even, you would subconsciously think, yeah, she probably knows Chozo, since she grew up with Chozo. But, you don't necessarily think about her speaking it. So the first time you hear her get to show off her knowledge of Chozo language is awesome. It's just like, it's one line she had, but it was still freaking great. Here's the only Chozo she's ever seen since adolescence, and Samus acts like she'd rather be anywhere else. I would expect someone in that position to let her guard down a bit and ask a few questions, maybe even crack a smile. What is this, a Marvel film? Why do you need to have a smile? For that matter, how would you even see the smile behind her helmet? Seriously, you only see her eyes. But no, Samus Aran is Samus Aran. Cold, emotionless, unfazed. I'll admit, it was pretty cool to hear Samus speak to Quiet Robe in the Chozo language. Yes, which is nice. Another Metroid franchise first, but her lack of warmth for someone who was essentially extended family was completely baffling. She doesn't know him. Why should she feel attached to someone she doesn't know? Do you go to someone, you go to see someone, you see them, you're like, oh my gosh, I feel so attached to you, I just really feel so connected to you, you're a complete and total stranger, but I just feel so connected to you, I don't know anything about you, but I just feel so emotionally attached to you. No one does that. The writer then talks about how Samus also has DNA from Ravenbeak and how this elicits zero reaction from Samus. This is partially because the info is shared with the player during one of Metroid Dread's May exposition dumps rather than a fill-on cutscene. Sure, but as with Quiet Robe's death, it's a moment in which you'd expect someone to react, to angrily deny the truth, something, yet Samus doesn't even flinch. She's a cipher to a fault. Why does it need to be cinematic? Why does it need to be a full-on cutscene? Why does everything have to be a cutscene with these people? All right, seriously. Remember back in January, I talked about how I preferred stories through gameplay because you learn with the character, you experience it, you take the effort to learn these things. You learn from that. You're not being spoon-fed and handed on a silver plate. You have to work for that story. And I appreciate what games like this, I appreciate Dark Souls, I appreciate Hades, I appreciate other games that do the same thing because you learn the story, it makes you more engaged with it, not being just sent, hey, here's cutscene, all right, here you go, here's the story for you. Why does it have to be that way? And why should she be mad? She found out that she has the DNA of someone she literally met on that same day. There's no reason why she just suddenly feel like, ugh, I hate you, Dad. And then the writer talks about Samus standing there in the elevator or riding the trains from area to area and saying how her standing there just looking cool is just like a problem. And I'm like, it's a loading screen. What do you want? I mean, seriously, look at every Metroid game when Samus gets in an elevator. She just stands there. She looks cool. It's awesome. You know, you played Metroid. You played Metroid 2. You played Super Metroid. You played Fusion. Samus gets in the elevator and she goes from place to place. I mean, she doesn't go like, huh, you know, I wonder, you know, what I'm gonna have for dinner tonight. No, she just goes. She's there to do a job. She's not there to, you know, have these great metaphorical, have these great philosophical thoughts. No, it's just her, all right, time to get the job. Sure, she had those thoughts going on in Fusion, but you know what? She was still just standing there and she was looking cool while she did it. But let's go on. This is the part of the story where I get dangerously close to complimenting Metroid Other M, so steel yourself.
What are you, stupid?
And of course, this person is defending Metroid Other M and holding it to high standards. You know what? With what I've seen so far, I'm not even surprised. I am not surprised at all. Metroid Other M, for all its faults, did something no previous installment dared by giving Samus an actual personality. Are you serious? Are you serious right now? No Metroid game gave her a personality. Did you not have you this are you, now I'm certain that this has to be the writer's second Metroid game apart from Other M. All right, so let me see. Let's go back. All right, so look at Metroid Prime 3. All right, so if you remember the fight with Gore, all right, so after Samus beat him and he died, she clenched her hand into a fist because she was so angry about what had just transpired. Because again, that was a comrade who was corrupted, whom she had to kill because he was fighting her. So that's what happened. She was angry there. Let's go back even further. All right, let's go back to Metroid Zero Mission. All right, so remember when Samus goes, she goes to the Chozo ruins and she finds, you know, the mural there. All right, and she has a moment, she contemplates, she's thinking about her past, her childhood. Do you not remember that? Do you not remember in Fusion how Samus was pleading with Adam to not let the Federation come to the BSL station so they could get the X-Parasites? Do you not remember that? And you're sitting here writing this article telling me that this is the first time she's ever had a personality. And then this person says that Samus's reaction to seeing Ridley's clone was one aspect of the plot, despite similar criticisms that always rang true to me. Her brief moment of panic upon seeing the horrific monster who killed her family seemingly revived made sense, even with the context of their many other battles. What are you talking about? How does this make sense at all? How does this ring true to you? She fought him countless times before, again and again and again and again and again. And she's been fine. She's never had PTSD. But this one time, it's fine for her to have PTSD. Let's go through this, all right? So say you took Zero Mission, 1/0 Mission. She fought him. Then you have Samus Returns. Then you have Prime. Then you have Prime 3. Then you have Super. And then you have Other M. So what was that? That was 5 battles. And she was fine. All those battles, she was like, hey, you know what, really? All right, it's time to fight? All right, cool, let's do the thing. All right, really, we fight again? All right, let's do the thing again. Hey, really, we go on another round? All right, let's do the thing again. And she doesn't have PTSD. She does what she's supposed to do. But then here, you know, she sees him. Oh my goodness, it's Ridley. He's back from the dead. Oh, this is horrible. oh no, I feel like I'm a child again and I'm going to die. No, that is stupid. That was stupid writing then, it's stupid writing now, there's no defending it. More importantly, this encounter made Samus feel like a real person rather than a robotic alien killing machine. Bravery doesn't exist in a vacuum. Fearing something and doing it anyway is the definition of courage. That Samus was obviously suffering intense, debilitating trauma from her past and still managed to fight really bathed every previous encounter between longtime foes in a new light and made her all the more heroic in my eyes. It certainly couldn't save the rest of Metroid Other M, but this small scene will always stand out as one of the few good things that game did for Samus's character. What the heck, dude? Oh my goodness. You've got to be kidding me. Like, there's no way this could be real. Other M's story was the worst part of the game. The gameplay was good, minus the first person sections. The gameplay was pretty solid. The story, though, was bad. And this scene with Ridley was one of the reasons why. And this person is saying that it's the saving grace, well, the nearly saving grace of the game and the story. Good grief. You know, I've seen a whole lot of dumb takes from Kotaku, but this has to be one of the worst that I've ever seen. And I mean, sure, the other takes were bad, but you know, being the fan of Metroid that I am, this one just really, it reeks of ignorance to me. Like, you cannot say that you have played Metroid and you love it and you haven't noticed Samus's character before now. Like, how can, you have to be blind or to have never played another Metroid to not have seen the character until now. That's what this whole article looks like. But you know what? That's enough ranting for one day. I'm going to end it here. I apologize for that. You know, you all probably saw a side of me you've never really seen too much before. But you know, that's the way it is sometimes. But you know, so I will see you all next time. You know, it's great to be back again. And until then, take care everyone. I am iamxeracon signing off. Have a good one.